Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blooming Lotus Healing Channel. My name is Jikara, and I am a spiritual healing facilitator. And tonight, we are going live with our wonderful Dawn. For those of you who have been coming in to watch the live streams here, you know that some of you are Team Dawn, a lot of you are Team Dawn. I am too. So I'm super excited to bring her back. We're going to be talking about crystals for astrological signs. We wanted to talk about Pisces because we're in the Pisces season. So we're going to be talking about, she's going to be teaching us about the crystals, the best crystals for Pisces. So if you know someone who's a Pisces, maybe you yourself are a Pisces, or maybe you just want to learn, and then definitely you want to stick around and definitely continue watching. Now, I kind of wanted to do some announcements here before we get started. I want to invite you to go into the channel and watch the most recent video I did about community and healing within community and collective healing. I invite you to watch that video so you can understand a little bit about collective consciousness, the collective unconscious or subconscious, and why it's important for us to really address all these different things together in community. And that's what we're doing here. We are basically building this beautiful family here. So I'm super excited to have y'all here. One thing that I wanted to mention as well is that I will be having a collective healing at Evolve Me on Saturday. So if you can hop on over to evolveme.com and sign up for the collective healing that I will be doing there. I would greatly appreciate that. I would be so excited to hold space for all of you. So I see here there's some issues with Facebook on the live stream. So let me know if you're watching from Facebook. Let me know in the comments if you're able to see me. And so hi Amy, hi Joanne, Cece, James, Peggy, Haley. Awesome. So welcome everyone. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring our wonderful, beautiful goddess queen, Dawn.
Hi.
Hello, beautiful sister.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. I am loving the color you're wearing today. So bright
Thank
I
you.
love that yellow.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Do you know who encouraged me to do this is Angelia, Ancestor's mama. So I have to give her
Really?
credit for that. Yes.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. I love that. Yeah, that it's absolutely. It just brightens my day to see that color. That's one of my favorite colors.
Thank you.
And James says that you can see us. Okay, perfect. So everyone can see us. That's good. Perfect, Amy. You're on Facebook. You can see us. Okay, so there were some issues here, but it looks like it got resolved automatically. Thank you, StreamYard. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the crystals that are best for Pisces. But before we get started on that conversation, I wanted everyone to know about a special invitation that Dawn has for y'all, right? So you have something coming up at Evolve Me. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, on Friday, I am hosting a workshop about crystal healing for self-love. And I will teach you different specific crystals that you can work with and ways to work with them if you want to sort of foster and enhance your feelings of self-love, self-care. And I'll teach you how to make a grid and a little ritual that you can do for your own practice. And then I end the workshop with a group energy clearing. So I'm excited.
I'm excited. This sounds so exciting and so beautiful. And I really hope that, for those of you who are connecting today and are, some of you are coming back and you have been following these live streams for a while, and you know that Dawn is basically been a constant with us, teaching us about crystals. So if you connect with her, then definitely when I invite you to sign up for the workshop. And yes, happy 222. Absolutely. Yes, I forgot to say that. Yes, today is February 22nd, and very auspicious day today. Powerful energies today. So thank you, Vanita, for reminding me. I completely forgot to mention that. And I'm so glad that you mentioned it. Yes, happy 222. CC. That's awesome. So yeah, very auspicious day today to share and to start building. We just had the new moon, and I'm still feeling the energy of the new moon. I don't know about you, Dawn, but I'm still feeling that
Yeah,
energy.
it's been an off week.
Yeah.
It's been definitely off,
Yeah, it's definitely
little
been
off kilter.
it's been challenging for me. I've actually been releasing energies, which is kind of interesting for a new moon, but I've been setting intentions as well. And we are shifting timelines, and it's just part of the journey. We have to release so that we can move forward, move into the places that we're meant to. And sometimes we have to just hold space for ourselves. So, and then of course,
Mhm.
Pisces season is all about that emotional energy, right? Like that, those emotions, that
Very,
spirituality.
yes.
So, that we're kind of entering that portal of Pisces. So, all of that energy is also part of it as well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I kind of wanted to just introduce, um, I guess your kind of like segue into the crystals, and kind of tell us a little bit about what got you into like where did you start with finding out the crystals that you felt were best for Pisces, and what were you considering when you were selecting these crystals?
Yes. Oh, that's fun. So, when it came to choosing the crystals, I was really thinking about the characteristics of Pisces. It's a water sign. There's a ton of emotion, highly sensitive, intuitive. Pisces are super caring, like very, very, very caring people, creative, artistic. So there's a lot, to work with in that regard. They also kind of like to go with the flow a bit, be more flexible, not be tied in. But then the flip side of that, almost like the shadow side, so to speak, is that sometimes they have trouble with boundaries, or because they are so caring, they tend to get like depressed or feel a
Mhm.
little low at times. They take on so many emotions, and they tend to not always feel empowered because they don't always like to make waves and speak up for themselves. And they can be kind of, because they're so daydreamy and artistic, they like to, kind of float in the clouds. So they're not always grounded and they're not always present. So I was
Mm.
thinking about, the things that they would want to enhance, and then the things they might need support with when I chose these crystals. So that was the process behind them, based on how, a Pisces operates.
I
I went.
love that. And so basically and by the way, Cece's here. Cece's a
Oh,
Pisces.
hello.
So
Uh-oh.
welcome, Cece. I'm so happy that you're here. And Vanita, thank you so much for reminding me. Y'all, please make sure that you like this video, love this video, and share this video. If you can, share it into your Facebook or any other platform that you would like to share. Please share it so that way more people can connect to this conversation. Even if you're not a Pisces, I feel like still you can get something out of this because of the fact that the intention of working with the crystals, right? So and Vanita says she's a Pisces rising. So there we go. We got some Pisces and we got some fishies in the house. I love it. We got some Pisces moon here. That's great. So yes. So look at that. She is Pisces, Sun, Venus, and Mars. Wow, Cece, that's a lot of Pisces.
I know, my
Yeah, so
goodness.
this is a perfect video for you. And then look, Peggy says that her daughter is Pisces.
Oh,
Oh, wow, look at that.
nice.
And Cece says she's a Pisces moon. Wonderful. So, so even if you're not a Pisces moon or sun or maybe you have a Pisces somewhere in your chart, just kind of paying attention to these crystals that Dawn has selected, and maybe setting those intentions. Maybe you are feeling like, you know what, I could probably use this for myself. I'm maybe struggling with this myself personally. So, so without further ado, I just kind of wanted to first. I'm gonna go in here, and I think you said the first one that you want to say. Just you announce it, and then I'll put it on here.
Okay.
I don't want.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to go before you.
So the first crystal I chose is actually one of my favorites, Aquamarine. One of the biggest reasons why I selected this one for tonight, because Pisces sometimes struggle with speaking their truth, speaking up. This is a really good crystal to work with for that kind of support. Also, working on removing blockages in your throat chakra, you would use aquamarine. It's a very peaceful energy, very calming energy, and it also helps with courage, like to help feel that sort of empowerment that you might be, needing. But another good thing about this is it helps you to connect to spirit, your intuition, and since Pisces are already so spiritual, intuitive, this is really good to work with when you want to kind of tap in more and expand and just grow with your intuition, and strengthen that connection. It's a beautiful crystal, and the energy, I find for me, when I have like blockages that I'm working through, I can feel like the energy in my throat if I put it over my throat. It's a very it's an intense but yet peaceful crystal. I mean, it's calm energy, but it really helps to work through things. And it also, because Pisces like to kind of go with the flow, it encourages that and supports that way of being. So that's why I chose Aquamarine.
And like, look at that. Cece saying she loves Aquamarine.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she also said previous to that, she said that the reason, I guess that's the way she cries a lot about everything, because she has so many Pisces placements on her chart. Yeah, so that's beautiful. And you know what? I have to agree with you. Like the Pisces friends that I have, I have noticed that they have a hard time speaking their truth. And it's like something that kind of like I've noticed with Pisces. So there you go. If you're struggling with speaking your truth, and work through that throat chakra, then definitely Aquamarine. And I kind of love the fact that that there's also that spirit, like connecting with spirit as well, which is
Yes.
so beautiful. So it kind of reminds me of channeling too, like channeling and just saying what you're receiving from spirit. That's so powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a really good flow with that crystal. Nice.
So Vanita's asking, she doesn't have Aquamarine, but she was asking if kyanite would be something that would help.
Do you know, Vanita, it's so funny. Right before we came on here, I was thinking, should we add kyanite to this list? But because kyanite is also, that's a great choice for that, especially if you have a piece of blue kyanite. Definitely very similar to Aquamarine in the way that it works through the blockages. And kyanite is good for really all of the chakras, good for speaking the truth, connecting to spirit, your higher self. So absolutely, you can use kyanite instead, and it has a very similar outcome with those intentions. So
She says, "Yay, thank you." She does have a few pieces of that, so she can use that. So there you go, Vanita. You can replace the Aquamarine with a kyanite, and then that's interesting that you thought about that, because that
I
means that
did, I
you were
did,
connecting
yeah.
to Vanita.
I think I was, Vanita.
All right. So what's the next crystal that you have in store for us?
So, well, I will say also Aquamarine is a birthstone for, like, if depending on which month you fall in. So it also brings me to Amethyst, which is another Pisces birthstone. So Amethyst, this also will help Pisces connect to spirit, with that spiritual connection. And it also has a very uplifting energy for when they're feeling low or, down, depressed. It's really, really good for that. Um, that emotional strength it's good for, and it's really good for transforming that energy. If they're kind of have a lot of negative energy, they can work with it to kind of transform that into a more positive energy. So it's really good to help shift their vibration a bit if they're feeling in a lower place, help them feel a bit more empowered. Kind of good for that sort of inner alignment, like chakra alignment, that energetic alignment. And it's very calming, very soothing. It's sobering in a way. So if their mind is racing because they're so full of, creative ideas and thoughts, this will help kind of rein that in a bit so that they can actually process all of their ideas.
I love amethyst. That's actually one of my favorite stones. When I first got introduced to stones, that was the first stone I got introduced to. It was amethyst.
Nice.
And ever since I got introduced to it, I just been in love with it. It's just very calming. I used to, for those of you who don't know, and you probably don't know this, Dawn, but there was a time in my life that I was working in a call center, and I used to bring an amethyst with me.
Did you?
Yeah, to kind of help me with it helped me with stress relief, more than anything
Oh
as
yeah.
well. So that was really calming. And so I was the I guess the weirdo in the office who brought crystals and had my crystals on my desk. But hey, it's been, so that's the main one that I've used, and I feel very connected to that one.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that made the list.
Right? Yeah, amethyst is such a tried and true, like amazing stone.
It really is. And I think, I mean, I don't know if everyone gets introduced to amethyst for the first time,
Right.
but I feel like, like it's a very common one that people tend to gravitate to for whatever reason. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it tends to be very, very common.
Yeah, yeah, it has such a soothing energy and it's so pretty too. Like it's such a beautiful crystal that, I can see why people are drawn to it.
Yeah, and you know what? The another thing that I just recently found out is that the amethyst can come in different ways. Like you can actually even get like the little, like almost like the little tooth only. Like there's other like I just found out there's an amethyst from Morocco
Yeah.
that's inside I don't know if you have heard of it, but it's inside a stone, like it's inside like a rock, and then when they break it, there's like these little pieces of amethyst in it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that there were that many types of amethyst out there. So that's really
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, amethyst comes in so many different forms. Like in a geode, there's the tall cathedrals with the amethyst inside. So there's different shapes. There's like a Vogel shape that you can use to direct energy with. So there's a lot of different possibilities when you work with amethyst.
That Erica's saying that that's her birthstone. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
very
So your
nice.
birthstone made it to the list, Erica. And one of my favorite too. And then Maurice is here too. Hey, it's
Oh,
all
hi,
good. You're not late. You're on time. You're in divine timing, Maurice. And then Vanita says, "Can light purple is my favorite color." So those are draws me the most. That's
See?
what I feel like. Like I feel like it's maybe the color that draws, but I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just I can just look at it for hours. I really
Yeah,
can.
yeah, it's mesmerizing.
Yeah. So I'm so happy it made it here. But yeah. So what is the next one that we have in store?
Yeah. So next, because Pisces is such a creative sign, I went with carnelian to help them expand even more on their creativity, and also to really stir that passion, that energy for that energetic boost. Here you go. And also just the inspiration and just really to help them tap in even more. So this I recommend if they're feeling a little down or a little sluggish and they really want to tap into all their creative endeavors, to work with the carnelian, and they can even lie down with it over like their sacral chakra if they wanted to, or journal with it nearby,
Oh,
because
okay.
I mean, this is not one that you would typically, like if you went like on the internet and looked up crystals for Pisces. I tried to go with ones based really intuitively on their their characteristics. And for me, I was really feeling this to help when they want to kind of jumpstart, because they are so creative and they're we want to tap into that. So definitely.
Cece's saying she's gonna go grab her carnelian right now. Right meow. Go grab your carnelian. Cece's asking a question here. She says, so when you get into the grounding stone for Pisces, I'm always in my own world and need grounding.
Yes,
Good question.
I do have a grounding one on the list. It's not the next one, but the one after. So,
So stay tuned. Cece is coming. Oh, and you know it's funny because now I have two Cece's. I have Cece and Cece. I just
Oh
realized I'm reading it, and then I'm realizing that it sounds the same.
yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, okay, Cece number 1 and Cece number 2. Okay, so I'm not as familiar with carnelian. I don't think I've worked with that stone as much.
That was
Yeah.
one of my first favorites early on, like a long time ago. That one I was drawn to constantly. It's very good for when you need that vitality, that boost of energy, that fiery passion, kind of rekindling the spark. And it's also a very like joyful kind of crystal. So
I love that. That is so
yeah,
beautiful. I'm gonna have to start working with that. And I love that you have
yeah.
the one that you had that's kind of like a raw one, right? That's a raw
Yeah,
stone. Yeah.
this was tumbled in a river.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yes, yeah, this was tumbled in a river. I actually got this in London a long time ago. Yeah, it's one of my favorite crystals ever. So
That's amazing. I
yeah,
love that. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go grab me one and start working with it.
yes,
Um,
yes.
so what is the next stone that we have in store?
Okay, so next, this one, because sometimes Pisces struggles with communication and saying what they need to say, speaking their truth, speaking what's on their mind, I chose blue lace agate. This is really good when you want to work on your communication and you want to work on speaking up and voicing yourself more, and also not being afraid to voice your opinion. There is a very, very gentle, nurturing energy with the blue lace agate. That's really beneficial also, especially, if Pisces is kind of all over the place doing all their endeavors or creative, artsy, everything that they do. This is very calming and nurturing. And if a person who's a Pisces has a hard time opening up to other people and sharing their emotions, this is really good to work with to kind of nudge you towards making more space to let people in.
That's beautiful. And as you were holding up the crystal, I could feel the soothing energy from it. It's
Yeah,
very, very soothing.
it is
I mean, I'm just
extremely.
looking at it and it just feels so. I can see how it really how it could help with that soothing energy. I was going to
Yeah,
ask you, so with that said, I know that I have a couple friends that are Pisces, and sometimes they have a hard time expressing. So sometimes it goes from not expressing to expressing in a way that's out of alignment with like maybe anger and like excessive, because they pent up so much. Would blue lace agate be a good one for those people?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, because it's gentle and the energy that it offers is extremely soothing and nurturing, and so they can work with it regularly. And I'm even seeing like feeling like them just working a little bit each day, sitting with it to kind of let out some of the things that are inside so that they can approach it in a more calm manner, so they're not harboring and holding on to these emotions. But that
Right.
is really good for that because it helps them to sort of purge or let go and also feel that gentle safety, that soft peaceful energy that they can work with. And one of the things with Pisces is they don't like to feel like stuck or that, if they get in a place and they feel like, this is dire straits, this is it. So I was thinking like a good mantra or even journal entry that Pisces can use when they work with the crystals is something to the effect of, this is just temporary, or remember, this is temporary. Remember, my situation is temporary. This will pass. That's a good kind of mantra for a Pisces, since they like to go with the flow, and they kind of need to be reminded that, this will move also.
Yeah, and if you think about it, I mean, think about the nature of the fish, right? It's always in water, is swimming. So like, I can't imagine a fish not being able to swim. Like that would be
Exactly.
so bad for. So I can see
Exactly.
that being something that's difficult for Pisces
Yeah,
to deal with energetically. Yeah,
absolutely.
so that's
Absolutely.
powerful, and then thank you for that. I'm gonna make sure that I recommend this video to my friend so she can watch it, and
Yeah.
hopefully she can learn about. I think blue lace agate will be very helpful for her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was going to say too, you don't need a big piece. I know that I have, like this big chunk
Yeah,
of
that's
it down
gorgeous.
here. You just
It's a
need a
gorgeous
little
piece.
piece. Right there. Thank you. Yeah. Like, I mean, I have a little piece too that I work with. It's easier because you can place it on the body as opposed to something like that. So, you don't need a huge crystal for
To
the
that.
effect. Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to take a little bit of a moment to just, now that we have a little bit more people here too, I just kind of wanted to invite you to go over to Evolve Me and sign up for Dawn's workshop. You can find her at evolveme.com, and she has a workshop where she will be teaching you how to use crystals for self-care, self-love, and she'll have some really beautiful activities, and then also she will be teaching you how to create a grid. I mean, it's going to be a really exciting and wonderful workshop. So please do head over there and sign up for her workshop. If you're connecting to her energy and you're enjoying all of her knowledge, which she is so knowledgeable on this stuff, and
Thank
I'm so
you.
grateful that she gets to come here and share all of her knowledge here with us so beautifully. Please go over there and consider signing up for her workshop. And I also wanted to invite you to share this video, like this video, love this video, share the love. Let us know that you're loving this content, so that way we can continue bringing it to you. Oh, Maurice says energy overload. My
Oh
internet keeps
no.
coming on and out. I'm sorry. It's
Oh
okay. It's all
no.
good. It's all good. You get to, oh, look at that. Betsy said that she bought your book and she loves it. It's so
Oh,
powerful, right,
thank you,
Betsy?
Betsy. Oh, that means so
Yeah,
much
it's
to me.
amazing.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Oh, that made my whole
Um,
day.
yeah, so I really did, and I don't know if you feel the same way, Betsy, but don't you feel like she just really broke it down in such an easy way to understand? I just felt when I saw her book and I read it, I was like, okay, this is definitely making it so easy for me. So I'm trying to convince her to write a book on crystals. We'll see. Do y'all want a book of from crystals from Dawn? Let us know in the comments. Maybe we can push her over the edge there, and then she'll start writing it.
I like that.
But okay, so just kind of wanted to then go to the next one.
Mhm. Oh, the next crystal. Yes, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I happened to catch in the comments that Maurice had a carnelian in
Oh,
his pocket, so I thought that was perfect timing.
oh, he did. Oh, I just saw it. He has a carnelian in his pocket right now. Happened to have caught a tiny bit of that part. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, perfect. So the next crystal, and Cece will appreciate this, this is the grounding one that I chose for Pisces, is Bloodstone. And the reason I chose Bloodstone is because it's very, very stabilizing energy. But it still helps you have that flow. Since Pisces like to go on the flow, it still has that flow, but it's extremely grounding, and it pulls you back into that reality, like the physical reality. Since they are such daydreamers and, fantasizing.
Mm.
It helps them come more into their body, more down to the earth, much more present. And it offers that stability that they might not be feeling. So I recommend that for Pisces for grounding and when you really need to feel like you're here, like physically here.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
I've always thought the bloodstone is pretty interesting looking. It has those little pieces there that are kind of
Yeah, like the
like let me see, let
flex.
me like yeah, it has like those little, I don't know if you can see, yeah, the little pieces there that are kind of like blood pieces, right? Like blood
Yes.
color pieces, right? So
Yes.
I've always thought it was a really interesting crystal.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was good for grounding. So now I know. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Do
And
you
you can also work with your heart chakra with it too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So the heart chakra. So, do you feel that this is so compared to other stones that you've mentioned before? Because we've talked about grounding stones for the root chakra specifically. Do you feel that this is more of a gentler stone than the other stones
In terms of grounding with the
in
root,
terms of
yeah.
grounding?
Yes. It is more, it doesn't have that like that intensity, but it
Okay.
has that connection, that earthy stabilizing connection. But if you're a Pisces and you do want something more intense for the grounding, I suggest black tourmaline in particular. Is what I'm feeling intuitively as I'm speaking. Black tourmaline. So Cece, if the bloodstone isn't cutting it for you, then add a black tourmaline with it. But it is still very grounding because it helps you feel that security, that stability, that connection to the earth. If you're floating in the sky, it kind of brings you back down. So
So funny, CC saying, "Oh my God, I've been feeling drawn to work with my bloodstone lately. Thanks." So there you go. Listen, CC, you were being guided. You were being
yes,
guided. Look at that. So let
yeah.
this be basically a confirmation from spirit that is definitely working through dawn. Spirit is working through dawn to confirm with you that's a stone that you want to work with then. And so
Absolutely.
interesting. So combining it with a black tourmaline will help with deeper grounding then if it's not
Oh
enough.
yeah, that's a nice
Okay.
combination, actually. Yeah, yeah. If you want to amplify your grounding, then pair them both together. You can either put both at your root, one in each hand, pockets. Put it in your purse when you're out walking.
So funny. Cece also says that she loves black tourmaline. She is one of her favorite
Perfect.
grounding stones. That's so
Perfect.
powerful. Jay is asking, would you please speak about cleansing crystal stones? You
You
mean
mean
cleansing, like
how?
cleaning them, like how to clean them, or you mean like cleansing your energy? Can you confirm that? Because if that's the case,
Yeah.
I would say selenite, right? Selenite is a good one
Yes,
to
it's exactly what I was
clear.
gonna say. If she's looking for something to cleanse her energy, then selenite. Absolutely.
And then also you can cleanse your stones with it as well. I have a
Yeah.
tower, like a little selenite tower where I keep all of my like if I have any rings or any jewelry where that has crystals on it, and even my silver jewelry, I'll put it there just to kind of let it cleanse,
Yes.
cleanse the
Yeah.
with the selenite.
Yeah.
So Jay was asking both. So yeah, so
Yeah.
I think definitely for selenite is a really great one for both. If you
Yeah.
wanted to kind of have like a good stone that can do both. It's a
Yeah.
good
And
one.
yeah, absolutely. And if you just wanted a quick idea of how to cleanse your stones, you can burn incense or herbs and run them through the smoke. You can use sound like a bell or clapping your hands. You can put your hands over them and send them energy, the intention of it. You can put them on the windowsill in the sunlight or the moonlight. or both. If you have a plant, you can dig it in the soil overnight. Like you can do all different things that you feel drawn to. You can put them in a bag of rice overnight. Just don't eat the rice. So there's all different things you can do to cleanse the energy.
Yeah, she was saying that she received a black tourmaline from one who passed, just realized no cleansing.
Oh,
Yeah, so
definitely give it
yeah,
a yeah, give it a
you
good
definitely want to
cleansing.
make sure you cleanse it.
Yeah,
And
and the
any
black
of those,
tourmaline. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
The black tourmaline, if you want to run it underwater for a minute, you can. It won't harm it. You know, and especially for Pisces with the water connection, you can run it under the faucet, or if you live by like a stream or a water source, you know, you can just run it under that to clear it too, if you prefer.
Yeah, and then and hopefully, you know, just one of those things that, or maybe a couple of the things, if you wanted to do more than one thing that Dawn said. And then I think also for the full moon too, maybe just giving it the chance to sit on the ground for the full moon, so you can really allow it to release, especially since it's from someone that passed away. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm feeling guided to tell you that. So it will be very good for the stone to kind of let that go. Let Mother Earth take care of it. So you did that, okay? So that's all right. So I'm seeing some questions here. So I just want to make sure, or well, I see some conversations here. And I just want to make sure I miss any questions here. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post them here. We will be so happy to answer those. That's what makes these live streams exciting, is when you come in and ask the questions. So okay. So in the meantime, we will continue. We still have some more.
We do have some more. We have a
We
few
got more
more.
crystals for y'all.
I
So prepare your
know.
pouches.
So the next one I chose for particularly emotional balance, since Pisces are so emotional, to help balance the emotions, is sodalite. This is also really good for communication, speaking up, and also more creative expression, especially like if you're a writer or you're trying to, you know, work on like writing or that kind of creativity. Sodalite is really, really good for that. And since Pisces are so artistic, this is really good to help with that, with kind of getting it out of you and also balancing your emotions, as well as being able to speak up more. And, you know, if you're worried about making waves, and, you know, this is really good to work with, similar to the blue lace agate, but this isn't as soothing. This is much more, you know, let's open up the door and get going creatively. So
I love that. And then I see someone saying, Cece saying, "Oh, satellite. It looks like you like satellite, Cece." So I have a feeling that Cece has been already connecting to these crystals.
I know.
She's been
I
connecting to a
know.
lot of these crystals, so that's powerful. Um,
Definitely.
that's very powerful. So I kind of wanted to ask you about satellite, because I haven't really used it
Hmm.
myself. I haven't really worked with that crystal. Um, so for example, if I'm getting ready to maybe just do some creative work, maybe if I wanted to, like, let's say, create a video or do something that was creative work just with my voice, would that be a good stone to kind of like carry around or use or have around for that?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And even right before you're about to do that, or not right before, but, you know, sit with it, you know, sit with it in your hands, and close your eyes and kind of tap into that energy, connect to it, see, you know, how it makes you feel. If anything sort of sparks, it's a really good one for that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Sometimes I make I was wondering if this would be good for, like, even if it's not with a voice, but making music. Like, if you're creating music, would this be a good stone for that as well?
Absolutely, absolutely, because it encompasses the creative aspect and also like the throat chakra and the upper chakras, all of that. So absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I am so gonna get me. I'm gonna have to go shopping for crystals, y'all, because and you know what? I've been trying to be good, y'all, because because I can go crazy when I go into the crystal shop. And I'm like, I want that and I want that. I'll go for once for one crystal and I'll end up getting like a couple more, even though I wasn't really going for those. But
Right.
they just kind of call me in. So but yeah, so look at that. Cece says she's always been drawn to crystals since she was a
Yeah.
teenager. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. Same.
Erica's saying, I have so many crystals, but have focused on other ones. It's time to switch. And then Chris is saying, once you start, you can't stop. That is so true. Once you start with the crystals, you can't stop. And
Yeah.
look, that she's saying the same. When you,
Yeah.
yo, I mean, I'm telling you, you can't go to the store, to a crystal shop, and not walk out with a couple.
Exactly. Exactly.
Jay is asking, how is the best purchase option for crystals? That's a good question.
Yes, that is a good question. So for locally, like if you're buying in person near you, really go with where you're drawn to and what feels good to you. Like you might want to research the shop a little bit, make sure that what they sell is ethically sourced and real, legitimate. Look at the reviews. Really feel into that. And it's the same concept for if you're going to be ordering online. There are some shops that I prefer over others. I don't know if I can mention them or not, but
Yeah, you can. You
okay.
can.
I right now really like New Moon Beginnings for my crystal selections. I trust, the source, where they come from. And they're very informative. And also just some small shops on Etsy. Sometimes people will sell nice selections there, so I like to support those businesses. And so if you're looking for something a little bigger, though, I like New Moon Beginnings for things like that. And they offer a lot. There's also a shop in Canada that I like called Happy Soul that they ship internationally. So
I love that name, Happy Soul. Just hearing it makes me happy.
I know.
Look,
Exactly.
we got some people saying that they are, look, Sissy saying Crystal Anonymous Club. Okay, it's a problem. We got some addictions here. Some people are addicted to crystals. Yeah, Vanita's saying it's dangerous for me to hang out in crystal stores. Always go way beyond the list.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, like that's why we gotta, we gotta keep, we gotta try our best. But
Yes.
and then Erica's recommending it one Native Visions in Cerritos, California. You walk in there and and it's heaven and energy is amazing. Oh, I love that.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best when you have a crystal shop that is ran in such a beautiful way where you feel that energy just
Oh,
really
yeah.
great, and it
Yeah.
really does make a difference. Not all shops are the same.
Yeah, it's so true. One of my favorite shops here, there's one in Manhattan called Namaste, and I've been going there for a really long time. And they opened up a second store right next door. So you go into one, and then a few doors down, there's the other one. So that's always fun.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't. Let me go see if they have something different.
I know. I go back and forth between the two before I decide.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go visit you, and then we can go shopping over there. I'd love to go there.
Exactly. Yes.
Um, I have a crystal shop here that I really love because the mission of the owner, she it's called We Rock Rocks, and it's here in Tampa, Florida. And she started first as a small little shop at a flea market, and now she has like three different shops that are around town. um,
Mm.
and but one of the things that she wanted to do is to make sure that she had crystals in all price levels. So she wanted to make sure that
That's
crystals
good.
were accessible for everyone because of how
That's
much
good.
crystals have helped her in her own life. And I thought that was so beautiful. So I love the energy of that store, and everyone that
Yeah.
comes here to visit, I try to take them to the store, and they always just love it because they can find certain crystals, like, some, you can find different crystals with, within a price range that is affordable, right? Like, 'cause sometimes it
Yeah.
can get a little
Oh,
up there,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So
That's
I've never
nice.
been to a gem show. Have you?
I have not.
I would love to go to one.
I know, me too. It's something that I would like to do one day, but I have not done that. I have not.
Yeah, I'd love to go. I know that they have a lot of them in Arizona.
Arizona,
Yeah,
yes.
I've heard that I mean, people that live in Arizona, anyone from Arizona here, from the big AZ, let us know in the comments. Y'all are very, very lucky. You have like crystals all the time. They just had one in Tucson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so that,
Tucson. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they have a ton in Arizona. I would love. Yeah, Betsy's in Arizona. You are so lucky,
Perfect.
Betsy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Very
amazing.
nice.
So many wonderful shops, she says. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Arizona once, and it was heaven. It was definitely heaven. I loved it, and the energy at the shops that I was able to go to. Friends from over there took me to their favorite shops, and I was able to find crystals that I've never seen before. Like, I guess
Yeah.
because they have the shows there, they have access to different things.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was really cool to be able to see. But anyway, I
Yeah.
don't want to keep us. I'm not want to take us away from the list. We still have a couple more that
Three left.
that we're gonna cover here. So y'all are ready for the next one? Next crystal?
Yes. So the next one is an absolute favorite of mine, one that I love so much. I love to work with. It's Mookite Jasper. Now, I chose this one. I have a couple pieces of it. I chose this one because it comes in different colors. There's different colors. There's purple ones, yellow ones, reddish toned ones. My necklace is a yellow and purple version of it. So, you can go with the color that you're drawn to, but they all essentially have the same properties. And the reason I chose this form of jasper is because Pisces tend to get lonely sometimes, and this vibration helps with that kind of energy, and it helps them to feel more whole, like they're not missing anything, and so that kind of sort of balances them out. And also it helps them to be more decisive, because sometimes, since they don't want to make waves and they're not really sure, it helps them to be more firm with their decision making. So it's really nice to just meditate with, or to hold, or to wear. The energy goes, it's heart chakra, solar plexus, root for a bit of grounding, and there's a compassionate kind of energy and nurturing energy, and it even helps with like their determination, and if they're feeling adventurous. It's just an all around really fun, awesome, empowering kind of stone to help them, since they don't always feel empowered, and they don't always
Mm.
have that kind of energy. It helps to support that. So I like
That's powerful. And
it.
so I was gonna ask you, so with Mookite, is it drawing the energy from the root up, or is it coming from up down with the
No, root up.
root up?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. And
So
it's
that's
a very,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. I love it. Like it offers so much energetically that I love it, and it's so pretty.
And with the Mookite Jasper, you said that there's different colors. So depending on the color, we're able to connect to different, like, I guess, to different energies. How would
Yeah,
that
like
work?
exactly. I mean, they're often multicolored, which is why it sort of affects all of those
Oh,
chakras.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah, like it's hard to see on camera, but even though this is predominantly purple, there's a lot of the yellow in it, like a lot of that golden yellow and
Oh,
like
I
the
think I
little
see
bit
it
of
on
the
the top. I
red.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like the same with the necklace. It kind of blends, but some of them are more red in color, and those will correlate a bit more with root chakra energy, like the red ones. But they all have like that blend and mix of color. It's just which color is more predominant in that particular piece of the Mookite Jasper.
Okay, so I have to go over to the comments because there's some conversation happening about licking crystals.
Okay. Okay.
So
What's going on, guys?
so I guess there's an interesting topic coming up here in the comments of gems that you shouldn't lick or you shouldn't.
Got it.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are something else. You are cracking me up, Cece and Maurice.
That's so funny.
So because I guess Maurice was talking about lithium and sodalite.
Oh, yeah. I believe there is lithium and sodalite. Because sodalite kind of helps with that uplifting, like depression, like what that the lithium has. I'm pretty sure, I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that is one of the elements in the sodalite. Based on the properties of sodalite, it makes sense. Were you asking because of, were you looking for something specific, or I missed the whole conversation? So
no, there was a lot of conversation here. So basically, Maurice just said I'd like to ask, and then said, Dawn, actually, is there lithium in sodalite? And then Cece was saying there aren't good for you to ingest. So I guess I know that people take lithium for, I believe, right? I believe that that's something that people take for mental health, right? For depression.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't think it's a good idea to lick it.
No, and I wouldn't
lick the sodalite.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in your water. I have a piece right here, and I'm feeling compelled to just hold it up for some reason for anyone who does want to see the lithium. But I would not put this in your water or lick it. There's a lot of crystals that are actually not safe to ingest. So you can put it next to your water, absolutely. You can put something over your water and put it on top of the glass, put it next to the glass. Same thing with the sodalite, but I don't recommend putting that in your water or licking it.
Yeah, and then I think we talked about on one of your explanations of crystals. I think it was the first one, the first live that we did. You were talking about how to use I guess the crystal for water, and you were mentioning to put it next to the water and never in the water.
Right.
So yeah, please be safe. Y'all.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some exceptions like shungite, but a lot of crystals, don't put in your water. And if you're not sure, it's better to not.
But yeah, you don't want to end up in a situation where you're having to go to the hospital or something because you're putting yourself in danger.
Exactly.
All right. Well, so enough about licking crystals. Okay, I know they're beautiful and sometimes they look delicious. Sometimes they do, I have to say. But we still have a couple more crystals that we wanted to cover tonight that were good for Pisces.
Yes. So this one I chose because they often need more personal empowerment. So I chose Tiger Eye. This is a raw piece, but it's often polished, nice and shiny. But this is Tiger Eye, and I chose this because Pisces need to feel that extra feelings of empowerment, becoming more empowered. This helps with that courage, that strength that they might need, that inner strength and confidence. It also can be grounding. So for Cece in particular, who was asking, Tiger Eye can be very grounding, and it can also help with creativity as well. But particularly, I chose this one for that empowerment that they might really need to draw on. So that's why I chose the Tiger Eye. Yeah.
That's powerful. So we got and so that's what I was gonna ask you too. So Tiger Eye, would that be, so is it a crystal that would be kind of like the Bloodstone, where if you don't feel like you're grounding enough or you feel like you need a little extra, maybe use the black tourmaline?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. I know for me personally, I don't get fully grounded when I work with tiger's eye, even though it does have grounding elements. I notice it more for like my solar plexus and like that kind of creativity, the sacral, but it does have grounding attributes to it. So if it's not enough for you, then definitely you compare it with something more grounding for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that I was kind of wondering because I know that that some sometimes feel a little less I don't know, less grounding than others.
Mm-hmm.
So tiger eye sometimes kind of feels like that to me as well. Doesn't feel as grounding as, let's say, the black tourmaline or um well, I usually use black tourmaline and my what is it? The clear quartz. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I use, the clear
Yeah.
quartz. This is
Yeah.
my go-to.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this crystal.
That's pretty.
Okay, so Peggy says, I love tiger's eye. I've had tiger's eye since I was 12 years old. Look at that. You've
Mm-hmm.
had it and it's part of, and then now you know that it's part of the list, part of the best crystals for Pisces. And let's see.
That's nice.
Let's see. Chris, Cece saying, I love that you can get the essence of the gems in water without dunking in it. Yes, that is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just cleanse my shungite and set intentions and add it to a jug of clear water. So,
I
okay,
love that.
y'all are talking about the water being able to drink, use the crystal for your water.
I do have a
Ooh.
video on my Instagram that shows you how to make the shungite water. So if anyone needed
Oh,
to,
yeah, that is true. You
yeah,
did post that. That was really
yeah.
cool, actually.
Thank you. I had fun making that.
Yeah, I thought I've never ever thought about, well, I mean, you said that shungite is one of the few, but I've never
Mhm.
thought about because I think you boiled it, didn't you? Oh, you put it in boiling
Yeah,
water.
I boiled it. Yeah, boil it first. Definitely boil it first for at least 10 minutes. And you can use regular shungite or elite shungite. Elite has a higher carbon content, which is better, like even more purifying, but regular shungite is fine too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Cece saying that tiger's eye makes her aggressive sometimes. Does that mean that she needs to cleanse it?
You know, you might need to cleanse it, but it's also possible that it's just not resonating with your energy at the time. Like you might need something else. It might be sort of triggering or provoking something in you and not actually like helping you. It might not be what you need at the time. You might need something more soothing, like the blue lace agate.
Looks like Erica's gonna look for the video tonight on your Instagram. Yes, you go check it
Oh,
out.
yes,
She
yes.
posted it. I want to say like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember.
I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Two or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So make sure
Yeah,
you go check it out.
yeah.
I was just fascinated. Just I've never seen a crystal being boiled before. So I was like, she's boiling a crystal. That was like, for me, it was like just like what? Um because I've always had them on the side. Like I've never thought about putting them in like I put them in water like just to like wash them and cleanse them and stuff, but never thought about boiling them. So
Yeah.
so the reason why you boil it is to get rid of like any sort of contaminants and stuff, right? Is that the reason why
Exactly,
you're doing it?
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
anything that might have been on it. Yeah, absolutely. It's mostly made of carbon. And that too is kind of like leaves like that residue. So you want to like boil it and cleanse it and get rid of anything that you shouldn't be ingesting.
Okay, gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I was just fascinated by the fact that you were boiling it. I was just like, what?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
this? I had to like watch the videos. Like, what is she doing? She's not gonna eat that, is she? She's like, I thought that you were gonna like, this is my recipe with crystals, like the other day I saw a video of this girl. She sells crystals on Etsy, but I follow her on Instagram, and she had these like really like these crystals that were tumbled into like they kind of look like candy. I mean, they really did look like candy. And
Wow.
she was like, "Oh, I love crystals," and she was like popping it in her mouth. It's like, "Don't do that, no." So anyway, I thought that was really funny. Can we just cleanse it energetically? The crystals. That's Benita's asking.
Are you, if she's referring to the shungite, no, not if you're going to be drinking it. If you're going to be drinking the water, then you definitely want to boil the shungite first. If you're referring to just the water as opposed to adding the shungite, then yes.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And then Cece's asking, does making the water take away from the crystal's potency?
No, it doesn't actually. No. And you know, I will say too, another thing I like about the shungite water is that, you know, I will drink it intermittently when I feel the call to, if I feel the urge to. It's not something I do every single day. But I also like to use it a little bit in my bath, like pour it in, because it has that protective energy now. It has that frequency, that vibration of protection. You can use it for your house plants, so you can get creative with it. You don't just have to drink it, but it doesn't affect the potency of it. It still has that vibration.
It's a good thing to maybe to use it for cleaning your house too, right?
Yes,
If
yeah,
you wanted to clean your
absolutely.
house with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There's so much you can do with it. It's kind of fun getting creative with it.
Maurice is saying that he loves using Tiger's Eye for confidence and energy boost. I
Yes,
love that.
absolutely. Yeah, it's such a good, empowering, confident, vitalizing kind of stone. And
Yeah, Tiger's
creativity.
Eye.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then we still have one more crystal.
Yes. And
Y'all
I feel
didn't
like
think that we were done yet, y'all. We still have one more.
exactly. And I feel like I've said this more than once tonight, but this is one of my favorites. But I really do love, love, love working with this. Um, Amazonite, Amazonite.
Oh, I love that
This, this,
too.
yeah, this is
Oh,
just something that it resonates with me a lot, and my needs, my own personal healing. And it's beautiful, but I love working with this. And the reason why I chose this for Pisces in particular is because for boundary setting, because they sometimes struggle with setting boundaries. This is really good for supporting that kind of energy and giving them that kind of confidence and strength to go ahead and set the boundaries. They can, you know, meditate with this, work with this, just sit there talking out loud with it in their head, just trying to work through it so that they can be more comfortable with setting boundaries. But also it helps them connect to their inner truth, since sometimes they don't like to speak what's on their mind because they don't want to upset people or they don't want to make waves. This helps them connect to that inner truth and do so with confidence. It's really soothing, like emotionally soothing, since they are so emotional, and it also helps them tap more into their already potent creativity. So this, I just could talk about
I
all
love
day. I love
I love that crystal so much.
it.
I've
Yeah.
used that crystal many times. Whenever I had to like get ready to like have a maybe like a tough conversation or like go in and talk to the boss, you know, that type of, I would have that
Yes.
crystal in my pocket.
Yes.
You know, because
Exactly.
sometimes, you know, they want to make you work extra hours that you're not supposed to, and like all that extra stuff
Yeah.
that you don't need to. So I would have that Amazonite in my pocket. It was like, no, 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 no. Just
Yep.
stuff with a little extra boost of confidence there to set my
Yeah,
boundaries. So yeah,
absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
that crystal so
Oh my
much.
goodness. Me too. Me too. I really like using it at my throat chakra, like working through old traumas, past life traumas, like all this. I tend to get stuck energy there. So that's like my go-to when I need to really like plow through some stuff.
And Cece saying here, it helps you say no. Exactly.
Yes, yes.
You know, and all of these crystals that you mentioned today, I mean, they're so, I mean, all of these are amazing. And I
Yeah.
hope that all of you found some crystal here that maybe you might have felt that could help you in your journey of connection with yourself and healing and expansion. And and really do consider working with Dawn, and especially this Friday that she has her workshop coming up at Evolve Me.
Yeah.
And learn how to create a grid. And you're also going to do a healing at the end, right? You're going to do a
Yes, I'm
healing
going
at
to
the
end it with
end.
the energy clearing and healing, since it's all about self-love. Yeah.
So I kind of want to invite you also to go over to her Instagram, Heal by Dawn. And if you wanted to connect with her a little bit more and watch that, her cooking her crystal. I honestly thought she was like, is she gonna cook that crystal? Like, what's going on? But anyway, I'm just messing. But it, or you can go to her website, healbydawn.com, and also reach out to her. She is also a spiritual medium, and what powerful, wonderful one. And she also does readings, card readings. So please do consider reaching out to her there. Support our peeps that we bring here. We love our beautiful goddess Dawn, crystal goddess. I think it's time to get you a crystal crown. I think it's time for you to wear your crown,
I
like
like
the goddess, like the crystal goddess that you are.
I like that. I like that. Yes.
Betsy says this was helpful. Thank you. Yay, that's
Oh, you're
awesome.
welcome.
And
You're welcome.
and really truly, it's just so beautiful to be able to learn from each other. And I mean, I continue to learn from you because again, I there's so many crystals out there, and there's so much that you can do with all, and then so much that we don't know, that I may have a crystal and I didn't even realize that there were some other benefits to it that I didn't know that I was receiving from it in the first place. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Look, Betsy's she is giving you the crown.
Thank you.
The emoji crown for now.
I love it.
But yeah, I think we're gonna have to crown her with a beautiful crystal crown soon.
I love that.
She deserves it.
Right? I'll be wearing it to the grocery store and
Yeah, you just wears like, I am the crystal queen. Okay. Yeah. So Erica says she needs 2 of those boundary crystals. She struggles with that. So yeah. So Aquarius.
yeah.
Yeah, listen, I do too, Erica. I struggle with boundaries, and you were mentioning that you use it too, Dawn. So I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna assume that maybe you have too.
Yes,
The boundary setting.
absolutely. Absolutely. And the better I get at that, I still like to work on it, because then comes the whole, oh my God, I did it. Now I feel so bad, that so it's like it's a work in progress. It's one of those like continual getting better and better kind of thing. So absolutely. Yeah.
Look at that. Everyone is giving you crystal crowns.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, look at that. Erica is saying that she looks forward to Friday self-love crystals class. Yay!
Oh,
Awesome.
yay. I can't wait to see you
Awesome, Erica. I'm
there.
so happy
Thank you.
that you signed up. And yeah, and if all of you are considering, please do go into evolveme.com, and you can find Dawn. Okay, so you can just type in her name, Dawn. Her name is Dawn Marino. Okay, and Dawn Marino, you see it there, and you will find her workshop there. And yeah, I look forward to it, and I can't wait for you guys to come back and tell us all about. Because Dawn is gonna come back. Well, you're gonna come back next week, right?
I believe
On
so.
Thursday, I
Next
believe.
Thursday. Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
So then next week y'all can come in and talk about how you love the workshop, and you can tell everyone about it. Okay, so I want to see all of those conversations happening here on the comments. Okay,
Yes.
how the workshop was amazing and how you want another one.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, so well, so this is going to be the end of it today. We did it a little shorter today. And we're kind of trying this out. So if you guys enjoyed this live with Dawn, and you want to have her come back for more of these, we were thinking about coming in every month and talk about crystals for each sign. So as you know, we're in Pisces season. That's the reason why we're talking about Pisces. But then, of course, for the next month, it would be Aries and so on. So if you're interested in learning more about this, and even for yourself, like even if it's not your sign, it's a good thing for you, right? To know maybe you have a friend who is a Pisces and you want to gift them a crystal, then now you know a good crystal to gift them. And especially if you have a friend what they're struggling with, you already know based on what Dawn explained today. Hey, you know what? This crystal will be better for my friend, or maybe a combination of them, right? So,
Absolutely.
so I hope that y'all enjoyed it. And do you have anything else, Dawn, that you want to say before we go?
Yes, I just want to add, you don't need all of these crystals. If you're only in a position to buy one, you don't need all of them. Go with the one that you're feeling the most drawn to, the one that most resonates. I mean, I'm sure based on all the comments, everyone here probably will go get all of them and already has all of them and then some, but you don't need all of them. These are just to help you see, which one you resonate with and what you're drawn to. But like Jikara was saying, if someone a friend or a family member, a spouse is a Pisces, or any of the other signs we might cover, this is also a great way to help support them and gift them a crystal that you think might be helpful for them. So
Yeah, so we have some questions here. If this is going to be available for replay, absolutely it will be, Jay. And I want to invite y'all to like this video, share it, and also please, please, please subscribe to this channel, and become part of the fam. Become part of the fam, y'all. I mean, come on back. And again, please let us know in the comments if you if you want us to come back and talk about it. Do you like this chill type of energy, nighttime energy? We're coming in here, chilling out and talking about crystals. Is this something that you want to see, next month? Then please let us know in the comments, and then we will definitely, based on your feedback, we will definitely come back again and talk about all the crystals that y'all want, okay? And have all the crystal talk. And Erica's saying Blue Lace Agate is calling her name. I know Blue Lace. That was a beautiful one.
mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
was a beautiful one.
yes.
And then Cece's saying yes, please bring Dawn. I mean, listen, everyone wants you back. Okay, what can I tell you?
Well, thank you.
Bring her back. Yes, we will bring her back. So Maurice says thank you, Dawn and Jikara. Thank you,
Oh, you're
Maurice, for being here and
welcome.
hanging
Yeah,
out with
thank
us.
you
I'm so
for coming.
grateful for all of you. It really means so much to me, for all of you to show up, and I cannot express how much it means to me to be building this beautiful family of not only healing but learning. I think this is so exciting to be able to learn new things and learn from each other, and everyone sharing here, in the comments as well. We can learn from you as well. There's so much that we can expand with each other. So yeah. So anyway, so this is the end. Please like and subscribe, and share, and make sure that you go over to Instagram or go over to Evolve Me and sign up for Dawn's workshop. I love you all. Namaste.
Bye.